Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about Warmaster Dwarfs. Okay, let's go. So this week I've been working on my Dwarf Rangers for Warmaster. These took a lot longer than anticipated because there's so much detail on them, and it's quite soft detail in places. It's kind of hard to see where one thing ends and one thing begins in some cases, and because they're very intricate. And I wanted to do a combination of greens and browns for the Rangers to make sure obviously they're going to be hiding in bushes and trees and whatnot. I'll take them off so you can have a look. There we are. So you can see just how detailed these are, and you can get an idea of why it took so long to get these done. I mean, most weeks I've been doing 1 or 2 units a week. These chaps were a full job this week, but I am very happy with how they turned out. I say they took me all week to do, but they're very rewarding. Go through the process of them. It took a while to get them to the stage, and I was thinking, oh, this isn't going to work out. But I persevered. I trust the process of neat base colours, followed by a watered down wash of strong tone, as I call it, liquid talent or talent in a bottle. And it really helps just smooth out the models, the colours, gives it shade, gives it a sense of depth, and it can take a mediocre paint job into something that I think looks really good for what it is. I mean, I say I spent a whole week on these, but when I look at the shading on these that the strong tone's done, sorry, soft tone rather, sorry, yeah, look a lot better. I mean, oh, there's a few cover-ups to do there, just spotted there. I have to clean up. So before I do the basing, I want to go over all my army and do a quick, make sure there's no focus. Cleanups to be done on models where paints have gone over and whatnot. Get that sorted out, and then onto the basing. And then that'll be, oh sorry, then I've got to do the 2 characters. As I said, I've got to do my Dwarf Runesmith. I had planned on doing the gravel effect. I've taken that off now, say for my cans as well, as a Dwarf General. I've taken that off because I'm going to try for the first time. I've been watching a few videos on how to make textured paint. So I'm going to, see, I did it on these as well. I just went around with a hobby tool. I used just this little sharp file, just jabbed it in as possible and took off all the base material. So I'm going to be doing, like I say, make some textured paint. I think like some sort of like sterling mud, I think it is, like Games Workshop effect, and then let that dry, light dry brush over the top of that, and then I'm going to do little dabs of snow here and there just to help give the model a bit of colour. So you can see the army's really coming on. So I'll do a shot now of everything that's painted. So here's the full force now of what's been painted. Rangers at the back there, new edition, and all the lovely dwarf warriors there, and the troll slayers. That's going to be a very useful brigade formation. And then obviously the hand gunners hanging back with the artillery for a bit of protection and a bit of threat protection, while the rangers go out and do a bit of harassment. So really looking forward to using this soon. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, if I don't say so myself. And once it's based up, what I may do, if I feel a stroke of madness, is do a bit of highlighting on what can be seen on the units. I'm thinking mainly like the flags. If I highlight like the blue and the yellow on the flags, really make them pop, it might help the units stand out a bit more on the battlefield. So that is my Warmaster Dwarf project. Next week I will have my 2 characters painted, my Runesmith and my Dwarf General. They shouldn't take too long. And then that's the force done for now. No army's fully finished because you always expand it a bit more. But I will try to keep to some sort of still mania philosophy of this force and don't go too mad with how big it's going to get. I think if I do increase it, I'll probably go to 2,000, 3,000, but no more than that, because these models, there's a lot of intricate detail on them to paint, and after a while it does kind of hurt your eyes a bit. And as I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to painting, I know I said about I haven't done highlighting, but there's all little details. Oh, yeah, that's something as well. Sorry, I don't know if you can see there. On the handgunners, I noticed that I missed a bit of blue on the lenses. So there's a bit more blue on the lenses there. I'll just bring one up, you can see. It's quite obvious on this one here. Little focus. There we are, see there. I noticed the lenses of the scopes need the glass painting blue, so just paint that blue. I might give that a very small dab of white to have a bit of reflection. But again, that's when I want to go over the whole army at a later date and really, really make it pop off the battlefield. But that's it for now. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment below. And as always, I'll catch you later.